It says I'm live. Do we have audio? Yes, we have audio. Alrighty-o. Alrighty-o with the audio. Yo, yo. Can you hear me now? What's up here? Quick Shoe, Tom, Sophia, my three first victims. Top chat, we want live chat. Boink, boink. Hey, Smokes. Hey, Tom. I'm just going to go right quick like and go to my stream so I can confirm what I want to confirm because it makes me feel good. Plus, we can get a good loop going if I want to. Confirmed. Now then, for my next trick, I'm going to probably just do last week's music again because upon review of the last week's video, I discovered that it was super quiet and you couldn't hear it anyway. So you didn't really hear last week's music, which is okay. I want this screen that I'm looking up at, I want it down here. Salty Badger, good afternoon. Or right at, yeah, just right at afternoon, 12:01, strangely enough. Yes. Good episode yesterday, Salty. That was fun stuff. I'm just trying to hook up some music real quick because I think I can. Yes, for those of y'all who have not gathered yet, Bob Weir, one of the founding members of the Grateful Dead, has passed away. So, hence the Steely with Tears for the thumbnail, which I'm sure I will get a copyright hit for, but maybe nobody will see it. It'll be our secret. Checking the chat. Pilato, welcome in, my brother. Aye, Steven. Whoop, whoop. Hope y'all doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Sunday to you. My friends from overseas are already in the evening time. I'm going to focus and see what it is exactly that I'm trying to do. That's going to help a lot. Sorry for this part. Once again, I was ahead of schedule, and as any of you know who have live streamed, there's almost always a technical difficulty of some sort. And the more complicated your live stream is, with extra cameras and all that stuff, the more technical difficulties you have a chance of running into, we'll say. Alrighty then. Live. Oh, squinty. It's very tiny. It was 12th Night, that one. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to go with. More fuck-ups are available. Yes, we're getting ready for departure. Thanks, man. I tried to make my editing skills better. Salty, that's going to just come with time. I think you realize that. The more... So the volume's working now. The more time that I have spent editing, the faster I become at editing, if that makes any sense. Just like anything else, practice makes perfect kind of situation. But in my experience, the more that I do, I'm just going to repeat myself, the more that I do, the more that I learn. Makes sense, right? Sorry, guys. I'm just going to try and do this real quick and focus on it. because I should be able to add a layer, add a layer, add a layer, add display capture? Sure. Source. That one. Except I want it down there. And then I want to go here to that, and I want to add a audio source. Doink. And we want to make that audio track so that it is in all the scenes. We're getting ready for departure. The mortal is Brazil. I'm just one big yay. I'm having a great day. Yay! Congratulations on having a great day. Are we frozen? Nope, I'm just standing still. Okay. That music is too loud now. Would you agree? And they're just doing a sound check still. Chickadee check. Ha ha ha. Yell louder. Can't hear you, Schmoke. It's really loud.
Hey, Steven, can I get
I'm working on it, Mama. I'm working on it.
The clav and the nord.
So they're also still doing the sound check, so that's not helping. Let me get them full on into playing music.
New Orleans. Y'all can't wait to have a party.
And now the neighbor's dog is barking. Yeah, really loud, huh? It's good now. Now it's good. That's where we want it. Yeah, I think that's where we want it. All right. We are dialed in, kids. Are you excited? Welcome in, Carrie. Really loud. Crystal, welcome in. Pelado, I did a live early this morning intending to build a box from cherry wood for my daughter. The difficulty was not from the live streaming, though. My resawing was crap, so I ended up switching it up. Gotta go with the flow, man. Sometimes I stand on the back porch and bark so that the neighbor's dogs start barking as well. It's kind of funny. After about 3 times, I'll hear the neighbor come out and yell at his dogs. I have done stuff like that with previous neighbors. If this neighbor's dogs are barking, there's a few quick barks means there's probably a squirrel or something nearby. But if that dog is barking outrageously, there's something going on outside and I need to investigate. I was hoping to see DJ Real One in here. He has not shown up yet. For those of you who have, excuse me, for those of you who have been in his streams at all recently, he inspired me to do something that I was not going to do, but I changed my mind. So, with that being said, nope, not that one. That one. Yeah, that one. Hi. That's Wally. He'll follow me over here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. He's my tracking camera buddy. So now if I'm over here talking about this, he'll follow me over here too. I can come all the way over here. I can just wander around aimlessly. Sometimes he loses me a little bit, but as long as I pay attention and make sure that he's paying attention, pay attention. What I need is more light, probably, which I can easily do. But that's Wally. We'll leave Wally on and see what this does. Wally Oxenfree. Does that help, buddy? What do you think about that? Hi. And then I can also do that. Theoretically. I don't think it recognized it though. No, it didn't. Maybe I have to be closer. Maybe it has to be this hand. Hey dude, there it goes. So now I can go over here and it won't track me anymore. Nope, it's still tracking me. Maybe I didn't do it long enough. I don't know. Maybe it has to be this hand. Maybe I'm not close enough. He's not happy at all. So those are the things. Real one was saying he was having some issues with it. It's going to take some learning. I need one of those for in the garden. And there was light, and it was good. I think that's actually too much light, and I think that's creating some of the issues. Because that's, when Real One was using it, anytime it hit a really bright light, it totally screwed up the tracking, and it would get lost in the light. It just likes the light. Right? You like the light? Hi. Are we back? Yeah. Okay. So now what if I do that? Still not recognizing it. Very strange. Am I not close enough? I Schmoke do solemnly swear. Yep. Alright. Anyhow, we're going to go back to that one. The old standard. And frame that so that's not annoying me. I Schmoke do solemnly swear. Watch how high you raise the hand. Hey, careful with that shit. Yeah, I gotta scroll back up and see how much shit y'all are talking. My kind of evil. And there was light, and it was good. That I Schmoke do solemnly swear. That's pretty funny, Carrie. And there was light, and it was bad. We don't know. There's just light. So if you throw a speaker that's playing some sounds, will it follow the speaker, I wonder? No, it's watching my face. And the more I get into it, I can make it literally focus on my face or my whole body or whatever. I just got to sit there and learn it. What's in the orange bag sack? Is it your prison gear? Orange bag sack. Okay. That is dirty rags. Struggle gear. Don't want DNA on you. That's my rag bag. That's dirty rags. I try not to wash them in my washer. I take them to the laundrette, as y'all call it, I believe. Laundromat. It's just a bag of rags. Dirty rags. Bag. Oh, and now it's on the floor. One of these days, I'm going to come out here and hang out and work. I get stuck in the office. I don't need to see. My curiosity is fulfilled. If I set up that system, it would refuse to look at my face for that long. Well, this one's static. And actually, I was trying to get the Wally, since we'll just start calling him Wally. Wally. I was trying to get Wally to be the primary camera up there and then put that camera over here further. And I ran a cable for it. I bought a 20-foot cable, but it did not, it didn't work. So even though it says it's a data cable, it was acting like it wasn't transferring data. even though I specifically went out of my way to make sure that the cable that I bought transferred data. I do like this. I mean, when I'm looking at the actual feed, it's really good. The quality and everything. It's what I'm trying to do is that frame rate situation. I don't know if you've been, whoever's seen it. What's going on, Chip? Using the remote cameras, the cell phones, via the iRion software, I've run into some frame rate issues. Now then, the other thing that I've done is I've investigated some completely different software called Video Ninja, which will also allow you to share wirelessly your cameras and stuff like that. The interesting part about that software is I can take any signal anywhere. So like StreamYard, if I send you a link and you click on it and activate your camera, I can put you into my feed with Video Ninja. So you can do Streamlab type meeting rooms and stuff like that for free. I experimented with it a little bit last night, but the cable transfers data, but only to China. I need to play with that software some more, but it's looking pretty promising. Chip, I'm well. I hope the same for you. Bag of rags, every mechanic need one. Bag of rags keeps him from stealing my good towels. Well, as a bachelor, many of the good towels end up as rags. Old clothes make for great future rags. Yep. Cable transfer data, but only to China. I'm good. About to go to work right. Night shift again. Jeez. No fun. I have the issues depending what lighting, working that out at the moment. Interested to see what you come up with. Video Ninja sounds fun. I was able to get myself and 2 other cell phones going, you know, within my own network. And then my cell phone that's on the phone network was going off the phone network. And I was able to get, I think I did 3 at one point, but setting up the whole room and everything, I did 2. I did my cell phone and then my camera sitting at the desk. And I was able to get names on the screen for me and Schmoke and I. I had all the sound working out. It's definitely something that I want to experiment with more. I like the iRion software, but I really had a major frame rate issue that just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. And it's not totally out of nowhere because I played with some settings that I found somewhere, and then I haven't seen those settings again since. So anyhow, I'll figure it out. I've just been working on the store and all that, which reminds me, it's dirty, but I got to show you the coffee mug. Hang on a second. Be right back. Oh, are you going to follow me if I move slow enough? What do you think? What? Can you get this far? Can you? How far can you go? Can you turn all the way around like an owl? You're like an owl. You're owly. That's kind of fun. Be right back. Thank you, Sophia. By the way, I've got a few mods in here. If y'all don't mind dropping everybody's, I think everybody that's in here has a page except for maybe Chip Force. Oh, by the way, the focus is the big deal. Also, I don't know if you see how snappy that kind of is. There's a glare on it, so that's creating an issue. But from the close back to me is pretty instantaneous. The Video Ninja training regimen is intense. Ever try learning to throw digital Chinese stars? Zing! Ching! No, but I used to have holes in my walls where I would throw my Chinese star. I wonder whatever happened to my Chinese star. Probably in a box somewhere. Emit Pixie, nice. Yep. I tried to wait until you showed up to break it out. I don't even know if I hit the like button yet. I'm not a mod. I'm sorry, Tom. You'll be okay though. Don't take it personally. I don't make everybody mods. I don't. You know, to each their own. I hope it doesn't offend anybody. That's a weird subject matter, but no, I have a limited number of mods that I've chosen, and basically they know, or we're working on dialing the program in, but they know to share everybody's links. And one of the things I do like about the name change thing that YouTube did is it's actually easier as a viewer to find people's channels or to look at people's channels. Because all you've got to do is highlight that at Chip Force or at Hippie Sophia, and then put it in your address bar, YouTube/at, and then that name, and it'll take you straight to their channel. So, the yeah, Carrie and I discussed it, and right, and you know, I appreciate it, Tom, and that's why I just want to explain it so everybody understands, because I've literally lost viewers because of that whole drama thing that is created with the wrench drama, we'll just say. And oh, I don't like that lighting at all. Is it because of that light? Is that making it bad? I don't know. It really is not happy. Anyhow, there seems to be drama from wrench drama. So now it just got better. It was flickering, DJ Real One, between the orange and the blue. That's the thing that I gotta dial in all the settings and all that. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Yeah, and what people have discovered is, I think what was happening is a lot of people were making people managing mods, which they can do damage to your channel if they have managed. I mean, they can kick people out of your channel and stuff. And yeah, that's my choice. It's my channel. You know, if I decide that I don't want somebody here, then I will kick them out. My mods will, you know, time them out or whatever, and I'll pay attention to all that and look at the situation. But thanks, Real One. I don't think I'm actually on time in real time, because for some reason it always gets behind. Oh yeah, we're several moments behind. But anyhow, that's all. No mod drama. Charlie Rose, I didn't even know she was in here. I'm obviously already missing stuff. So once again, I do not have anything in particular planned. Or does Sophia just have her list and she's just going down her list? Oh no, there's Charlie. Way up top. Okay. Hi, Charlie. Didn't see you slip in. Sneaking in the side door. Anyhow, yeah, like I said, I don't have anything in particular planned once again. I wanted to get this camera set up and see how it worked. I was really hoping to utilize that other long cable and get some space, the final frontier. Because these are the voyages of the starship Schmoke. The Schmoke ship. Welcome to the Schmoke ship. I went through participants list. Although I do like that there's definitely two different, I want to see when it comes up. Yeah, there's definitely two different white balances for sure. Please let me know if you'd like your channel shared. Sometimes I misclick and it shows I could block someone. Oops, I don't want to do that. Yeah, and if that's the case, if you can block, then you're a managing moderator. You should be able to time out, in my experience. Yes, thank you, Sophie. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. Yeah. I want to play with some settings on the other camera and see what we can do. So we're going to switch back to that scene. That scene. Except I don't know that I can play with settings whilst streaming. And I would say that no, I cannot. Oh, yes, I can. But only with the presets. Oh, wait. Customize. Oh, hey. How about now? What does this button do? AE lock? PV ISO. Yeah, unlock that. Whoa. Maybe that? Maybe somewhere in the middle? Alright, we got a lot of flickerage. Oh, wow. Exposure. Welcome. Sophie is my only manager mod. Hello, Schmokes and everyone. Welcome in, Toya. I am playing with a new camera, the one that DJ Real One has. I bought one. It went on sale, which I don't even know if you realize that, Real One. I ended up getting it for $89. It went on sale for $99, and then there was a $10 coupon. So I got it for $89. You know, plus tax, tag, title, and destination charges if applicable. Yeah, I definitely want to play with some of these settings. Can we just turn... What if I just turn the brightness down some? Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of nice, huh? Let's see what it looks like on the feed. You need content to manage. Very, very interesting. I'm experimenting. I probably shouldn't be experimenting. But maybe we can dial in the perfect picture. What's up, Sick? Welcome in. Did you like the thumbnail? Dyslexic old fool on my cell phone can't always type out y'all's names. I think on the phone you can. Yeah, that's weird. How about restore to default? Boink. Bzz. Experimenting is the only way to go. If we don't experiment, we don't know what can or could be out there for us. Oh, exactly. Welcome in, SNS. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to play with this. But Oh, I'm all about that. I'm not the guy that goes down the beaten path. I'm the guy that goes, oh, doesn't look like there's any stickers or anything through there. Let's go over that way. Um, yeah, we don't learn anything. We don't get any better if we don't experiment. If you just learn the program that everybody's been doing forever and repeat it, then things are going to get kind of stale. Plus, how do you make new discoveries if you just keep doing the same thing? It's so funny when people, well, that's not how you do it. This is how it's been taught. This is how you do it. You do it just like this. Nah, you can do it just like that. I'm going to approach it from this angle. Oop, I chopped a finger off. Maybe I shouldn't try that. Yeah, how you feeling, sick? Wait. Hopefully you're feeling better, sick. What other things can I mess with? Assistance, tone, saturation, flip. I can flip me. Oh, I can flip me like that. Whoa, or like that, or even like that. I'm upside down, guys. I'm a bat. It's bat Schmoke, except my beard should do that. That's ridiculous. Well, that's not good, sick. Bobby just made it worse. Whoa, that was really weird. Anti-flicker. Ooh. Hey, it stopped flickering when I switched it to 60 hertz. That's convenient. I wonder if that's going to help on that too. Or make it worse, since it's two different monitors. Do a handstand. Okay, hang on. I gotta look that way though. Whoa! Hang on. Oh, dang it. It would have been cooler if I could have just switched it real fast. No, I want to see it. There, I'm doing a handstand. That's ridiculous. You want 60 hertz. Hopefully Sick has 8500 for the bus. I just have experimented a little of that garlic teacher. Woofda. I may not like new, especially tech, but if we aren't learning something new, even what we know already, we are dead and have no purpose. Right. Good day, all. Welcome in, Motobomb. Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's... Well, since I'm theoretically mostly an automotive or mechanical channel, mostly, what am I trying to say? Oh, I was the fuel injection thing and the computerized thing versus carburetor. I appreciate the modern technology and it's badass. But a carburetor is so much more simple if you're not intimidated by the carburetor. However, that being said, what we're getting into now is the capability of the garage mechanic to get into the computers and dial things in and learn all that. And that's really making some huge changes. The issue with the the systems is it's overcomplicated, and so when sensors start failing and all that, it can get really expensive to fix it. But from a growth and evolution perspective, like I said, they're making power out of these engines that were rated here. They're making power up to here just by playing with a computer program without getting too deep into it. Modern technology is... We've grown in leaps and bounds. You know, if you think about our grandparents, like, perfect example, Old Mac is part of the motorcycle community that I'm part of. And he's actually a few years older than my dad. But his perspective, we were hanging out with him yesterday afternoon, and he was telling some stories just in his life experiences, the things that he's seen change. And I thankfully had that conversation with my grandmother, who was 98, I believe, when she passed. But I said she was still totally with it. Sorry, that was right on the microphone. Mentally, she was still totally with it, and I made it a point to sit down every time I went and visited her and have those conversations with her, because she literally was from the horse and buggy era to where we are today, which is mind-blowing. I agree, unfortunately. I'm just moving some of this stuff out of my way because I'm entrapping myself, because I had tools out trying to get the other camera over there, but like I said, this cable is questionable. Hi, sorry. Sorry about that. I kind of knew that 20 feet was asking a lot out of a USB cable. Hey, what are you doing? Come on, man. Like I said, I knew that 20 feet was asking a lot out of a USB cable. But I'll play with it. I had the same conversation with Carl last night. 96, he still drives. Yeah, that broke when my grandmother broke her. She broke her hip and was so excited because she was finally healing. And then she fell again and broke her other hip. And at that point, she knew that she wasn't ever going to be driving again. And that broke her heart. And that was right around that age, 94, 95. Made the mistake of scaring my father-in-law by making it seem like my phone and iPad were talking to each other. It was kind of funny. Well, you can do that with 2 different AIs. Damn, the link isn't going to work to tap on, but you can still type it in. What link? Oh, well, so that is the only situation that I see where it could be useful. If you're trying to share a link, and what I would do there is probably tell you if it's important to send it to my email, which is schmokesshop@gmail.com. So if you can see the link, I can't, then you're more than welcome to copy it and paste it or whatever. But like I said, I'll have to think about that. Okay, I thought about it. Like I said, okay, I didn't think so. If I can, I don't know how you would be able to. But I'm in studio, so I don't know if that makes a difference. Anyhow, schmokesshop@gmail.com, one word. And let me know that you sent me something and I can bring it up. Are you following me? Good. You did a good job. Good job, buddy. Little Wally. Or what did we decide that we were going to call him? Was it Wally or Owlie? Because he kind of looks like an owl and he can spin his head all the way around. I need to get some feathers and glue them on there and a little beak. Oh, that would be so cool. Unless you got a spanner. A spanner. I forgot, not a mod. It was old Mac. Oh, yeah. Well, I can... Yeah, just... I can share old Mac's link. I can share old Mac's link. I can share old Mac's link. Where's my keyboard? Somebody's going to beat me to it, of course, but... Screech, screeching out. Uh-oh, not copy, paste. Pew. Boink. I'll start plucking my chickens right now. I'll get you enough feathers for this. Screeching owl. Oh, screeching owl. Need more coffee. Me too. Where are you at? Get with the program. No worries. I'm not sure who it is. Otherwise, I would. Sorry. Oh, it's all good. So that is old Mac's page. I did not share the one with his actual name in it. Because that takes a couple more seconds, and I was racing, and I wanted to win the race. Now we're going to go back onto the software here real quick and see what else we can do. If there's anything. Anything? Filters? Customize? What did that do? Nothing? Something? Nothing? Oh! Oh! It did what I wanted it to do, I think. Maybe. I think it's behind again. Catch up, dude. Yeah, you're way behind. Why are you so far behind? Oh, now it's not even playing. Sure it is. Otherwise, Bard, Plymouth Rock Owl. I forgot quick. I need coffee too. Only a green smoothie this morning so far. Forgot that I'm not a mod on everybody's channel, which is cool. I don't need to be. I do the same thing. That's what's funny. I get in other channels and I'm right clicking and it's like not giving me any options. I totally get it. It's just, oh yeah, we're on it, bro. Sorry, Motobomb. It follows me around. I'm experimenting with some of the settings now. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't think that it zooms in and out. And the other camera that I was looking at did. And that's something I'm hoping that they'll change maybe with a software update. Because the hand gesture thing, there, just worked that time. So now it's not going to track me anymore. But then if I come back, I can turn it back on. I, Schmoke, solemnly swear, tracking. Yay! So that's kind of weird, but anyway. So there's also like this or something like that, then on the other camera zooms in and zooms out. I would like that feature, but it does not have that. However, I can use the my remote software, the Stream Deck software. I could hook that up and I could make hot buttons for zoom in and zoom out theoretically. Because I can zoom in and zoom out manually, right? Let's see. Control. Oh, maybe not. What is this button? Oh yeah, there it is. So. Oh, you look right in my ear. I don't know why you would want to do that. So if I say 2x and then go over here. Oh yeah. That's not bad at all, huh? I don't know what it's looking at. But those are the settings I think we need to learn. It's down here. I don't know why it's down here. I'm up here. Hi. Hi. Hi there. Oh, don't do that. That's not good for your back. Or maybe it is. Hey, look. There's me without a head. I'm headless. It's headless, Schmoke Man. Hello? Hi. Hi. How are you? How about now? Are you going back? What? Why are you going back down there? Is it my glasses? What if I put on my glasses? I can't see a thing without my glasses. See my glasses? Does that help? Hey, buddy. There you are. Hi. Come on, bud. Let's stay up here. Okay? Nope. I get droopy sometimes. He's sad when I walk away. That's so sad. It's okay, I'm right here. Hi. I gotta check the chat. I've been doing ridiculous stuff. Oh, hell yeah. It's doing a great job. Sometimes the hand or auto adjust is a pain in the ass, but other times nice. Now we just need to hook it up on some wheels so we can follow you around the shop. Hopefully it won't start to chase you. It's trying to make you limbo. Right, which is not good for my back right now. It needs adjusting. So, like I said, the more that I mess with it, there are some settings in here that I can play with that, there is recording software also. Some of the stuff gets grayed out when I switch it over to utilize it through the Meld software. Again, this is only the second time I've ever turned it on, so give me a week or two. Jeez, guys. I know that. Oh shit! Am I hitting buttons? Don't be hitting buttons. There are ways to make it frame on you, like I said earlier, on my face. Where are you at, bud? What are you doing? I see why Real One was getting frustrated with it. It's like it zones out. Maybe it's... No, it hasn't been exposed to any smoke yet. Maybe it needs to be. It needs lavender aromatherapy. That's what's wrong with it. Yeah, that's the problem. It needs adjusting. I just keep seeing 6 last comment. It needs adjusting. So yeah, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I boxed myself in. We should switch to the other camera. Then you'll be able to tell. I'm going to turn on that other light and see what that does. Now that we've played with that without it for a while. This one just puts a glare right across the TV. Yeah, see, that changes everything. You're trapped. We have you now. So which one is that? That's this one. So we could actually, this would help with that. Just trying to get it out of the, get the fluorescent lights out of frame. We can also probably go this way. Oopsie, I did that again. How about now? Catch me outside. How about that? How about now? Pew, 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 pew. Allie's over there watching. Scottish Mike, how are you? Oh no, he escaped the trap. Welcome in, Mike. So theoretically, I could turn on that, close this, move over to... I don't understand. There's like 3 different layers of buttons on the Androids now. So in theory, maybe? Nope. How about now? That one. That one? That one. That one. That one? That one. So I don't have these programmed yet. Okay. That's the problem there. We can fix it. We can fix anything. Ugh. Ground the old lavender a little bit too finely. Where is my mouse pointer? It's over there. It's over there. Desktop. Show me the desktop. Show me the money. Show me the desktop. Hello, desktop. How about just Streamlabs? Give me Streamlabs. Oh, come on. Why are you messing with me, dude? It won't. It just won't. Dude, I'll find it. I'll go in here manually and type in Streamlabs. How about that? Or Stream Deck, whatever it is. Stream Deck. Yeah, that's all. See? I've lost my chat. I don't know where my chat is anymore. Uh-oh. It's there. Getting ready to go to a family gathering, trying to stay sober in all ways. I want to, but ugh, to make it through without is going to be a challenge. Hey everyone, I hope all is well. I can't stay, just wanted to say hello. Welcome in, monkeys. Thanks for stopping in. Go ahead and smash that like button if you would, if you don't mind. If and you don't mind. All right. So then, that would be, we want this button to be scene 1. This button to be that. And this button to be that. Okay. So that should now work, theoretically. Boink. 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 I have remote control now. Remote control. Thanks, Mike. It almost drove me completely insane building it. Well, insaner. I guess I had to be kind of insane to approach a project like this by myself anyway. So what camera am I on? I don't want to be on that one. I want to be on that one. That one? Yeah, that one. Right? Yeah. I think. Wait a minute. I don't understand what's happening anymore. Oh, hi. It's that one. Okay, monkeys. They're quick. They pop in and then they pop back out. They're monkeys. So what's happening here is, once again, the feed that's up here is 10 minutes behind, which is why I'm so confused. Just give me my mouse. Mousy, come with me. Holy cow. It's... Alright, so that's 52 minutes, and we are at... Right, it was a full minute behind. That explains the confusion. Wes does it. Welcome in, Wes. Did you see my new camera? I think I'm on the right camera. Yeah, it's following me. It follows me around. Crystal's trying to get me to put it onto a robot so that it could actually roll around the shop and follow me around. That would be entertaining. Perhaps a little bit creepy, though. Hope you are well. Hope everyone in here is well. I have mostly just been playing with the new camera for an hour. Lions, welcome in, Mon. Stay safe. You do the same, monkey. Especially hopping around all those trees. You get ridiculous. Bouncing around, swinging from branch to branch. Like a squirrel with opposable thumbs. Like literally. That's crazy. Speaking of coffee, this ought to be good and ice cold at this point. Whatever. Yep. Ice cold. I'm going to throw that in the nucleator real quick. I will be right back. I will be back in 37 seconds. And you'll be able to hear me the whole time. What's the matter, Bit? What did you get scared of? Were you sitting in front of the doorway again? Beep, beep. Whoops, sorry if that was loud. I don't know if anyone was timing me, so I went ahead and it should have been about 35 seconds actually. Oh, Crystal, you can buy a robot. You can totally buy a robot at this point. And they're actually remarkably inexpensive. I'm not sure where I am on the stream. There I am. Ha! I'm still a good 30 seconds behind. Which they're actually kind of spoken for, but let's see if it'll follow me down here. I'm down here now. Hi. Remember? It sort of did, actually. I just won't go lower. You got to go lower than that. I can't get up from this position. Ah! Hi! That was... It's good. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Can't do that. Whatever I just did was not good. We're going to sit down for a moment and... get everything lined back up. Oh. Okay. It's gonna be fine. Just hang on a second. Okay. It's back. We're good. Holy cow, I didn't like that. Cleaning up the workshop after the melting snow leaked through. That's no fun. Sorry about the loud noises, guys. I don't even remember what I was trying to show you. Why did that camera drop down on its own? Like it was following me. Oh, I did that to get the lights out of the picture. Anyway, that's all I was trying to show you. I should have done this in the first place. See, this is already possibly spoken for, but if it doesn't get used, we could totally turn this into the base of the Owly robot camera. Howly? Owly? That would be fun. He could chase us around. Must track. Must track. Must track. Oh, that was fun. So, yeah, there's still a little bit of inflammation there. In case anyone was wondering. I'm going to have some coffee. Here's my little chair. I could sit in it and look up at the chat. Yeah, buddy. All right. Hey, why aren't you following me? That camera's not even on, but you should still be following me. Yeah, hi. We could switch to that camera, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Where are you? I'm over here. Hi. Turn blue. Yeah, see the blue? That's me. Hi. How you doing? It's yellow, it's blue, it's orange, it's different colors. Oh. I found the one that rolls on tracks, but it sits low to the ground. Hope you are well. Amy, welcome in. I was just, if Steve's still in here, if y'all have not met, Steve and Amy should definitely meet as far as online here because they're both doing resin stuff. So there. That's all. I think my inflection was a little bit off on that. But it's probably because... What are you doing? Stay with me, bud. Stay with me. Don't make me switch to the other camera. I'll do it. I'll switch to the other camera. Guys, this is fun. Steve? Question mark? Thank you, Sophia. You're a mind reader. Done. I didn't even have to say it, Amy. I just had to think it. And Sophia was like, bloop, here's a link for you to explore. Channel name. Oh, I guess I should have told you that. It's 2 comments up. Sophia just dropped the link. Drop it. Drop the link. Drop it. We're going back to the other one. Oh, it went away. Why did my remote go away? That one. Are you looking directly at a glass pipe? You are. For tobacco use only, of course. Yep. That's for tobacco use only. Tobacco use only, kids. It's flat, so it doesn't get rolling off tables and stuff. Plus, it's super. I could throw this at the concrete and it would just bounce. It's about 1/4 of an inch thick all the way around. I got tired of breaking them. My glass tobacco pipes. Steve Pollock. I'm subbed. We've been commenting back and forth. Good. Awesome. Right on. I have seen him run into a couple issues that I think you might be able to help him with. But I didn't want to call anybody out. But I just did. So, what? What? Are you with me or what? Man, it's actually really good at that angle. He's very light hungry. What if I go over here though? Are you gonna come with me? You better come with me. Okay? What if we were just gonna look at this right now? And just look at this. Isn't that neat? It's a motor scooter. Plus, there's this, which is a motorcycle. It's over here. I think I lost him. But if I wanted to, I could just keep coming around. Oh, I totally lost him at this point. He's over there, just wandering aimlessly in space. Hi, come with me. Come on, buddy. We're over here. You're not with me anymore, bud. There you are. Hi. I think it doesn't like it far away. That doesn't help much. But I do think that if I change some settings, I could get it to do that better. But overall, considering it's only been used when I first pulled it out of the box and then now, is it a light thing, bud? You want more light? You want to see my face better? Yes, that helps. So it's actually looking for a face, and when the shadow of the hat goes over my face, I think is creating the issue. I should be able to frame out Schmoke in a box and say, follow Schmoke. I'm just looking at the feed. That's funny, because once again, I'm an hour behind. I'll help all I can for sure. He was making some dice and had some air bubbles in there. And I was going to start talking my smack, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. I was going to talk about vibrating tables and all that, but that may create more air. I don't know. But I figured it might be something that you could help with. Been doing D&D. Yes, that. You've used it for a little bit over an hour. Exactly. Which I guess is a lot of experience. And I should be an expert. I saw he was live last night, and I got on and watched for a minute, but did not comment because I couldn't stay for long. Yeah, that's funny. There's always somebody live. DJ Real One. Toya, thank you for coming in, Mama. Speaking of DJ Real Ones. I guess his football team, the Chicago whatevers, won their playoff game, I guess. I'm not a sports guy. Which reminds me, I think the Jaguars are starting probably right now. But, so he did a late night live stream last night. Started at midnight my time. And he's one of the people that I have all notifications on. So my phone went bong, bong, and woke me up. I looked, I was like, oh. I got on there. I was like, hey guys, I'm asleep. And then I just turned it back off and went back to sleep. Bye, Toya. I'm a Bronco girl. Like I said, I'm not really into sports. I'm in Jacksonville, as I think many of you realize. And I gave the Jaguars, even not being into sports, I gave them a lot of time. It was an excuse to go hang out at the bar, supporting the Jaguars, and they just the first couple years they did good, and then they floundered ever since. But this year, supposedly, they're doing pretty good. So I'm not going to watch the game or anything. If they go to the Super Bowl, I'll probably watch the Super Bowl. Maybe. Probably not. As I hear myself say that. Probably not. Do you know what an expert is? It's an X, as it has been in a spurt, as a drip under pressure. Whoa. An expert is an X, as it has been in a spurt as a drip under pressure. The question mark might be screwing me up. Oh, do you know what an expert is? I'm going to drive myself crazy reading that. I like the Grateful Dead when someone asks me about sports. Aha, right? My response to that comment would be something I brought up in Sophia's live the other day. I think it was Sophia's. If someone is the best on the boat at putting the worms on the hooks for the fishing trip, would they be considered the master baiter? Cheers. Great team, Sick. Much better. Just gotta let the inflammation go down, kids. Which camera are we on? What are we doing? I'm on that camera. Yep. It's just not following me anymore. Are you gonna get with the program, Allie? All right, good boy. Yes, the chief person in charge of putting the worms on the hooks on your fishing expedition. The main person in charge of that. His title is, of course, the master baiter. Also, if you've never heard me before, I don't know where Crystal went, but do you know how to figure out if something is ticklish? I'll give you all a second to answer that one. Some of you have probably heard me say it before, though, but that's okay. Excuse me, didn't mean to burp in your ear. I don't know why my lights just flickered. That could be the pump kicking on, which would mean I have a water leak somewhere. One of these days we're going to get this out and polish it. Since I have lots of people making and polishing knives on my feed. Tamarosa, lurking out there. I still have not cleaned this. One of these days I'm going to do that. She would appreciate that. It's a test tickle. You give it a test tickle. Tamarose knew exactly what I was saying. She has heard that joke many times. She was probably around when I made that joke up. A test tickle, yeah. Welcome in, Mama. Good to see you. Have I shown you my new camera? It's a tracking camera. It follows me around. We're debating whether to call it Wally or Owly, because it's like an owl. It can turn its head all the way around. But it looks like Wally, as I will demonstrate by showing you. Why didn't you come? What? Owly? Good boy. And we switch to this one. This one. Are they on set break? Y'all got to tell me when the music stops. That's what he looks like. He looks like Wally. Wally. Eva. Eva. Wally. Oh, hey, there's that. Like almost to the ground. Well, there's the lights that we don't want to be looking at. Okay. Switching back to Wally Cam. Oh, my lavender aromatherapy is going. All right, we got to get past the set break and get the music playing again. Wow, long set break. Long set break. Holy set break, guys. Come on. There we go. And we're back. How's the chat? Testicle. Hello, Schmoke Shops. Welcome in, Irina. How is it in the frozen tundra of Siberia, other than frozen? Amy and some of the other makers that are in here. I don't know why I suddenly started yelling. The microphone's still right here. Laptop update and need food, so I will check back shortly. Enjoy, Sophia. Give Bruce a boop for me. As far as makers and this camera, excuse me, when I get into the software, you can do preset positions. So I think you can do up to 3 preset positions to where you could have it looking at your face, click a button, and it would look down at your desktop at your project that you were working on. And then, you know, the third position could be the wide view of your entire shop or whatever. So you can do that also. Turn off the tracking and just have your preset positions. I want to look further into that. That looks interesting. (21°C), which is cold AF. What's that, like 10 below or something? 21 degrees. Somebody look it up. I'll look it up. Fine. 21 C2F. 69.8. Oh, wow. Holy cow. Oh, that's negative 21. Oh, negative 21. Never mind. So, yeah, that changes things exponentially. That makes it negative 5.8 degrees, which is cold AF. Screw all that. What's up, Booger? Welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Well, since I know I'm a mod. Lions, did Sophia drop your link? Oh yeah, so much better with the music. What are we looking at? Where are you at, buddy? What are you doing? I'm just staring off over there somewhere. Yeah, exactly. That's a problem. I need you hanging out with me if we're gonna do this. Watching Jags and Schmoke. Yeah, I just mentioned that. I'm not even gonna ask. I don't really care. I'm kind of curious, so I may pop in there later and watch some Jaguar stuff. Anyway, that's Booger Builds. He's up and coming channel, which is, yeah, man. When I walked in, she's good like that. Exactly. I just wasn't sure if she if she had or not. I'm talking good now. I smart. Just started. Yeah, I thought it was going to start at like 1 or something, so. I don't know if you saw my new tracking webcam. It's doing all right. It's not 100%. You have to be mindful of paying attention to it if you're actually wanting it to track you. Of course, my friend. You know, if you're building a YouTube channel, the only way you're going to grow, in my experience, is by making YouTube friends and spreading the love. I mean, there's we've talked about it before. There's 1,000,001 formulas to make your $1 million on YouTube. But if you're actually just trying to create genuine content and grow an audience, it's all about the community. I don't know who that is on horn, but it sounds like they're throwing down. So for those of you who do not know, I could show that, right? On that scene, that scene. I can move this up. Boink. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That's the sax player from Dave Matthews Band, if I remember correctly. Whoa. Did that do what I wanted it to, or did I just screw everything up? Whoa. I don't think there's any escape anymore. Oh, it did exactly what I wanted it to. That's convenient. You got a side eye. Side eye cam. Okay, I want this now. Oh, this is ridiculous. I want to be there. Thank you. Cool. Now I could bring this back up here, and I could do some crazy stuff like that. Done. Then I could be in the side there with the music. We could all hang out. Banana aromatherapy. Uh-oh. It crashed. I don't know why. That was weird. That must have been their feed. Anywho, how do I make this full screen again? I got an idea. We'll just take that, delete that, and then add a layer, which would be the Go3S. And then we got that, and then that, and then that. He's broken, but he used to dance. Oh, wow. Ridiculous. So, for anybody who hasn't been for those of you who have not been in a Schmoke shop live before, this is it. Absolutely ridiculousness. Now with more coffee. Copy that. Wow. Okay. Excuse me. Did you sort the tracker out? That tracker, the tracking camera? No more than I did before, if that's what you're talking about. Blink. That one? No, it's going to take time. I'm just going to have to figure out the settings and play with the settings. This is only the second time I've turned it on, if that's what you were wondering about. It works. It's just a further street tracker. Oh, this guy? No, because my back is still hurting, and I don't want to put gas in it and start trying to kick it off, because it's going to irritate the hell out of my back. But I did get fuel. I did get some ethanol-free fuel, and we'll do a premix. Because although I do believe the wanna come over here? Yeah, there you go. That's what we're looking at. And if I sit down, maybe it'll pan down. It just lost me. Hey, hi. Didn't we already do this earlier? Stay with me. Stay with me, bud. Here, you want more light? See, this is me. That's my face. See, it's all lit up. All I see is a shiny bald spot. Okay. Anyway. Ouch. This guy. I'm going to do a premix, because although it does still have the factory oil tank, and the factory oil pump, I believe, does work. I'm not sure what it's set at, if the ratios are right and all that stuff, and it's not going to hurt to have a little bit of extra oil in there. So last time I run it, like I said, I just did a premix and ran it for a little while. But it should kick right off. Like I said, we charged the battery, and I think that was, last Sunday, wasn't it? Or no, maybe it wasn't. Was I trying to kick it off last Sunday? With my back hurting? I don't know. Probably. Sounds like something I would do. Now you got me thinking about it, Si. Thanks a lot. It would just end up with a garage full of smoke, which I guess is kind of typical. My actual intention was I was going to pull apart the motor scooters. The one that has the Kickstarter issue, which is this one. But again, my back's still irritated enough that crouching down and getting up, I don't know if you've heard me, I've winced like 3 times. So yeah, I either need to... What my intention is to get a lift, motorcycle lift, a lift table is all I'm trying to say. But as soon as I mentioned that in another stream with some motorcycle guys, somebody told me that the Harbor Freight one is crap. So, of course, I'll do my own research, or maybe even buy it and do a review on it, and if it's crap, bring it back. But yeah, the crouching down on the ground and working on these bikes is not good for me when my back is irritated, which it is right now. But where are we at? I believe, my friends, I believe it's lost me again. Hey, come on, stay with me, bud. The pump piston seals are shit. Would be a nice addition to the shop. Yeah. The pump piston seals are shit. Get the warranty if you get it. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Now I'm following you. Roger that. Interesting. I will say that I would probably not doubt that for a second. I bust my back on a live taking the belly pan off the Hornet. Yeah, I did not I didn't injure it on the live. I injured it. I irritated it last Sunday, but right before the live. And I literally was on the phone with my dad. I guess I had it in this hand, whatever. No, it was on this hand. And I had the phone up to my head, and I turned and rotated and reached over there to throw something into the garbage can, and it threw my back out. As far as the pump seals, I will say that my floor jack leaks, and I don't know if it's just because there's something loose or if that's the issue. So that's an interesting thought, Sick. I will have to look into that. Yeah, it's no good. And like I said, once anybody who has back issues knows, once it's irritated and inflamed, and I don't know if she's still in here, but Tamara, she's known me for a while. She actually knew me when the injury itself actually occurred, the straw that broke the camel's back, let's say. And it was inflamed for like 2 years where it is right now. Knock on wood, where it is right now will probably last about another week or so, as long as I don't re-irritate it. I want one, honestly. Well, I have the speaking of heavy things that I shouldn't be picking up, but I have this. Of course, the camera totally lost me at this point. Hi, remember me? I'm the guy you're supposed to be following around, you dumbass. So I have one of these, but this is still where you're still working on the floor with this. It just gets the tires off the ground. Yeah, I'm not even putting that back to where it was. That's also very heavy. So the other thing, I haven't even looked into it. Do you know, Sick, if the lift table is that on wheels? Can I move it around the shop, or is it what's going on there? Is it static? There are add-ons, I believe, like shelving to make it wider. I have a motorcycle jack. Yeah, the jack works fine. But I'd love to be able to move the entire assembly up and down. Because I'm old now. I'm not old, I'm just older. The older I get, the more these things matter. I'll be right back. I want to find something real quick. Hi, Guinness. Booga booga booga. Booga booga booga. Oh. Nope. Dang. Hi. What? You got something to say? They might want to hear it. You're right. They wouldn't be able to hear you over the music anyway. That's a good point. The kitties wanted to say hi, but they knew that you wouldn't be able to hear them over the music. I believe wheels on one end. Right, that would make sense. Yep. Sorry, I'm going to empty my... Hello, hi. I'm going to empty my lavender aromatherapy device and load it with another load of lavender for vaporization purposes. Because there's nothing wrong with vaporizing lavender for aromatherapy purposes. I just heard an airplane outside. Excuse me. Why don't I have a poker? For those of you who don't realize it, I have a recreational airport. You're all up in my shit, dude. Golly. You're either lost on the other side of the shop or up in my face. I have a recreational airport right up the street. And on the right days, they do, I almost said paratrooping, parachuting, skydiving. That's the word I'm looking for. Golly, you're up in my face. They do skydiving and they do load her up, Schmoke. They do skydiving. Have I mentioned they do skydiving? Skydiving, they do skydiving. They also do gliders. So they'll fly up in circles and then release, and then the airplane goes back down, and then the glider goes and cruises around. I see a booger in your nose. It's probably just hairs, because the last time I trimmed them, it got really annoying, and so I decided, screw it, y'all can just deal with it. I have a hairy nose. Because I trimmed it and it was like just irritating the hell out of me. So y'all can deal with the fact that I have a hairy nose. I'd rather that than me be itching all the time. But yeah, I mean, when it's all up in my face, you could probably see every detail about me. Yeah, dig the hat. So, Mr. Shaggy Mane, Tamarose, Mr. Shaggy Man made that for me, or got that made for me in St. Augustine. The feed's behind, like I said, so I just walked up to the camera and got all up in it. Wax your nostrils on live. Well, that's what Shaggy Man was saying. He's like, oh, I just pluck mine. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and pluck 10,000 hairs out of each nostril. Wax your nostrils on live. Oh, yes. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was a relief. Oh, I feel like it echoed through the whole shop, but I know it didn't. Yeah, so I may, let me try that again. I may try and mock one up on my fourth wall merch shop. Which reminds me, self-promotion, Schmoke. Let's get my merch shop up on the feed, because I am a YouTuber and I need to be doing stuff like that. No. It's that. And then that, right? Nope, that didn't work at all. But if I do it this way, I bet I can still find it. Are you with me? Are you with me at all? Are you even following me? Where are you at? Gosh, slacker. He said, I can see why DJ Rowan was getting frustrated with it a little bit. Oh, that was stupid. Why did it do that? Never mind. Somebody else has probably already linked it by now, and I'm not even looking at the feed anymore. I'm still just trying to find it. That's all I wanted. I don't know why that was a 6-stage process. Copy. No, not paste. Oh, damn it. I don't know why I just did that. Okay, I finally made it back. Snail tampon and wax, 60 hertz. Saws not at the laptop. There's my merch shop. 60 hertz. 60 hertz. Small tampon and wax. What? Kitchen food. I love my live streams. Small tampon and wax. Yeah. Or y'all could just be like, hey, Schmoke's got a hairy nose. I'm going to just deal with it. Oh, that's funny. Good afternoon, Road King. Welcome in, my friend. I've got Sick trying to convince me to wax my nose using a small tampon currently. And probably not going to be going in that direction necessarily. And we're playing with a tracking camera. My lift table is air over hydraulic. I love it. See now, now you're talking, Salty Badger. That would be awesome. And I know that you can convert, I believe, the hydraulic rams also. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research because I definitely want to get one. And it would be much better to just go. Yeah, I like that idea. It's where the stash starts. I'm not doing it, but that's what people do. Sorry, I was just... Whoops. Tweezer is good for me. Myself having a hairy nose is good for me. Like I said, I'll try not to get all up in there too often. Oh man, I can't turn it up or else it'll create a U-tap. What? A feedback loop. I think that was at least 3 thoughts that just got smashed into each other before they came out of my mouth. That was neat. I kind of was wondering if Key Fob was going to show up. Because this is possibly... This motor may end up in a Power Wheels for the Forgotten Angels camp out in March. But I'm not sure if it would be advantageous or not. But if it doesn't get used for that, then we might turn it into a robot cam that follows you around the shop. My table has side skirts. I lift side by side, striking even a smart car with it. Wow. That's interesting. I don't know what a smart car weighs, but they're batteries, so they must be pretty heavy. I'll bet that's an expensive-ass table, though, isn't it? Why did you stop tracking? Did I hold my hand up or something? Was I like, hey, stop tracking? I don't remember turning the tracking off, but it turned itself off. That was interesting. Weird. Very strange. Wonder why it did that. I think it's because I'm holding up the vaporizer and it thinks I'm holding up my hand. Very interesting. Salty, do you know, did I already say this? Do you know what the manufacturer is by any chance? And if you're not in your shop, don't walk out there and look. I'm just curious if you know off the top of your head. If it's an expensive, super expensive one, more than likely I won't end up with that. I scored a sweet scooter at the dump. E-hub drive, bigger wheels, and a nice trolling motor. What? Man. Mr. Hancock looks happy. He got a cruise. Yeah. It's raining. I was actually thinking about taking him up to the store earlier, but I promised him I wouldn't get him wet again until he was all sealed up, and he is certainly not. He has holes in the floor. Carrie, I'm so jealous of your junkyard situation. Teach it to skin up. I forgot what I was going to say. Biggity, biggity, biggity. Oh, the motor scooters thing. That was one thing that I was going to work on today was figuring out what's wrong with the Kickstarter on this. I looked up, I have the manual. It's just on the computer upstairs. And there's a special pin in the kickstart shaft. And it's this little pin that just sits in there, and that's what the spring hooks to. And so I'm thinking somehow if that pin has dropped out or something, or hopefully not, I'm hoping that nothing is broken. and I'm going to be able to open it up and get in there and reassemble things. Because if not, then parts get pretty expensive for these, believe it or not, because they're kind of rare. All the crap that I have is rare. Bought it from Napa. I don't know the brands or the paperwork right. Rust and junk, my kind of stuff. Booger, if you haven't gotten into Rob's neighbor is Carrie. Carrie lives next to Rob. Rob, I guess, wouldn't start his own YouTube channel, so Carrie started one to show off Rob's stuff. $2,000. Yeah, see, that's what. Nah, nope. That's way out of my budget. And I haven't even looked at the Harbor Freight one or any of that as far as price range. I mean, I could make something, really, but who knows? Anyhow, 7-3 and just recovered fumble. Let's go. Right on. Go Jags. Awesome. Let's hope they stick with it. But yes, Booger, check out Rob's neighbor if you have not. I'll drop the link because it's probably way up high at this point. If you're into that, he's right up, you know, the same thought as you and I, except he lives next to, he lives next to a dump and I think works there on some weekends and scores all kinds of stuff. Because as anyone who's paying attention knows, people throw away ridiculous things of great value. And if you're in the right situation, you can get them. I will. Here is the link. Boing. Go Schmoke. Ha ha. Normally Sophia would have dropped that, but she's eating. Because it's almost 7 o'clock there. Thank you, Schmoke. Absolutely. And I'll do the other as well. I think all these got dropped earlier, but they're probably up top now. Boink. Yeah, see, Booger's trying to pass me on the subscriber count. He's trying to outgrow me. I try and pass on to someone else before throwing away. If I have no use. Yeah, and, you know, it's funny. It's a different mindset. I have a very good friend of mine that I was living with for a little while. And would you just go on a cleaning rampage and throw a bunch of stuff on the side of the road. And I'd literally get home from whatever I was doing. If I was working that day or whatever, I'd come home and there'd be a pile of valuable stuff sitting on the side of the road. Sometimes my stuff. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Oh, I got tired of tripping over it. It's like, okay, well, you know, anyway. I collect too much stuff, too many projects. But the view hours are hard. Watch hours are hard. You're still new, Booger. That's what I'm saying. You've grown a lot, but you're just getting your feet on the ground kind of thing. I would stick with the long forms that I've been seeing you work. Why did you just do that? I have no idea why the camera just decided that it was going to look at my knee. Oh, it's back. Hi. I didn't do anything, but you just did a little seizure thing. I think you might end up getting sent back. I might get the one that's a little bit more expensive. Even though you're so cute. Yes, you are, you little cutie. Battery low. Oh, this thing's plugged in. It's not a battery phone, or it's not a battery camera, if that's what you're talking about. Anyway, Booger, like I said, that thing you did with pulling the seats out of the Tahoe, or whatever it is, that's exactly the kind of content that builds watch hours. And it's not going to happen immediately. It's going to happen as people are searching for that, which I can already tell you've figured out. But that's the kind of stuff, big picture, that's going to get you your watch hours. You know, it depends who you ask as far as the formula. But what I would suggest doing, and what I've been doing, is doing stuff that's going to build the watch hours and build the channel for a couple videos and then doing stuff that I want to do for a couple videos without regard of what those videos do. You can't get frustrated because you put a video about something that you wanted to do and nobody watched it. YouTube sucks like that. However, as your channel grows, the more people that get introduced to your channel, the more people are going to stumble across those old videos. So don't not put them out because you got heartbroken. Put them out. Put them on the shelf. Eventually somebody's going to come into your store and start exploring the shelves. I think that made sense. Entertaining, that camera of yours. Indeed, it is so far. Yeah, I meant to do it for fuel pump. Forgot. And, you know, again, you can't give yourself a hard time about it. Also, something that I've discovered is I need to, and Carrie and I have discussed this before, Rob's neighbor, Carrie, Rob's neighbor. I have found that if I have a project that I need to do and get done, I don't even mess with the cameras. Unless it's something that I know is going to get views, I don't even turn the cameras on. I focus on the project and knock the project out. Because the cameras and the YouTube and all that stuff is a distraction. We all know it makes it takes 3 times as long to do stuff. And again, you put a whole bunch of effort into it and it doesn't do shit. So it's just frustrating. Playlists help too. Absolutely. Road King definitely helped me with that. The ultimate dream as shop content is to find your local tire shop that's got the TV in the waiting room and get them to put your playlists on their waiting room television. That's something that I still have plans on if I can find the right shop. But yeah, a lot of people, people try and do the shorts. The thing with shorts is if you're going to do a shorts channel, you need to focus on doing shorts, and that's it. And to accomplish anything with shorts, if you're not getting a million views, if you're not getting 1 million views on your shorts, it's pretty much useless to have it out there. And I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not really. Because that's the level that you need to be at with shorts to be making money. I actually have a affiliate link to John Scott, who is a ex-vidIQ employee who is focusing on shorts, viral shorts, and he has a course and everything. If you're interested, I'll hunt down the link. But from my angle, I focus on long form video. That's what's going to get me my watch hours. The live streams are awesome for building community, and you do get a lot of watch hours, but live stream hours don't pay the same as long form video hours. I believe after the live stream, once it's just posted up there, then that might change that dynamic. But I see people complaining all the time about not making any money after having tens of thousands of views on their live stream. And again, that's because it doesn't pay as well. But, I'm only just over a year of focused energy on this. And I am thankful that I was able to get that first level of monetization, that 500 subscribers, before the end of 2025. That was very inspiring for me and motivational. Not making money by hand over fist or anything. I think I've made $30 or something, but it's still an income as opposed to a year of focused hardcore energy and investment into this with zero income. So again, onward and upward into 2026. Shorts just to bring new subs and link to long form. Exactly. And that's what I was doing. And I still may occasionally. But what happened with me with shorts, I never liked them in the first place. And I experimented with what you're saying. Like, okay, well, let's take this and turn it into a short, and then we'll draw attention to the long form. The problem is that it never did that. Shorts viewers watch shorts, and that's it. I can meet somebody in a chat room, and I can tell whether they're a short viewer or not, because all of a sudden, every one of my shorts will get watched, and then I won't get another view for the rest of the night. If you want to make money, you won't. If you want to have fun, you will. Right, you got to enjoy what you're doing, 100%. The get-rich-quick people are the people that are there. They're like, we're present, we're all over you, we're all up in your face, and then we disappear. 3 months in, they're gone. They just disappear because they're not immediately making tens of thousands of dollars. They can't wrap their mind around it. If I only have a few people enjoy them, I'm happy. Exactly. And that's the attitude that you have to have. Oh, there goes the camera again. Why do you keep doing that? You're like, did you fall asleep for a second? Is there too much aromatherapy in the room? Come on, Wally. Or Owlie, whatever your name is. My, I get some comments on my shorts, but it was like, to do a quality short that's entertaining, I got almost as much effort into it as a long form video. And like I said, you got to have a lot of views on a short to make it monetized. I'm at least 30 seconds behind again. Wow, I'm very animated, huh? Oh, dude, I'm like 20 minutes behind. So yeah, when I gave it a thumbs up, that's interesting. It looked down. Wow. Sorry, I was just getting caught up to the part where I walked all the way up to the camera and stuck my face in it. You really focused pretty good. Best short hit 20K. So I think 20K is about the entry level to accomplishing something with a short, isn't it? I'm impressed. My long forms, if I get 100 views out of a long form, then I feel like I've accomplished something. Anything beyond that is growth as far as I'm concerned. And I've got videos with tens of thousands of views, don't get me wrong. But most of the stuff with that high level of views is reviews or unboxings that were specifically made for that purpose. And as I'm saying that, I'm hearing myself. I could more than likely, with the knowledge that I have gained, build a channel that would thrive. However, it wouldn't be the channel that I want to have, which is, I think, what Road King was saying, basically, is I want to enjoy what I'm doing and share what I'm doing with an audience. I don't want to fill in the blanks of a formula in order to make a business that I then have to maintain. Because that's the thing. This is a business. And just like any small business, it's scalable. If you keep it at a small level, it's a lot easier to maintain. The larger your business gets, the more crap you have to deal with to keep that train rolling. If we're talking about YouTube, if you've got 300,000 viewers, you have to produce content that's going to please all of those people and continuously do that. Why? What is that? Is it the thumb? I don't know why it follows my thumb sometimes. That's really weird. I should create a job you don't. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like I said, I could do a video, I could do a channel where, let's say, because that seems to be a good formula, that once a week video is me buying something from Harbor Freight, unboxing it, telling you, walking through the entire program. I also have a secret formula with Harbor Freight, but I'm not going to tell you that. But, and those, especially if you do it with newer items, those things that don't have a lot of reviews out there, those videos will thrive. The more you do that, the more attention you're going to get from the manufacturers that are going to start sending you emails wanting you to review their products. That is a direction that you can go and build a solid, strong channel. For some reason, it just stopped tracking again. Because it's on my hand, I guess. That's so weird. If that's the direction that you want to go, see, it's not doing it like it should now. I, Schmoke Shop, solemnly swear that I want you to track me again. Track. Tracking. it's not going to track me anymore. I don't know why it's doing that. Back at the laptop, roast dinner, yum, yum. I'm arguing with my little camera right now because it stopped tracking. Tracking mode. Hi, thanks. I had to do it manually because for some reason it just turned the tracking off on its own. So like I said, this camera may get turned back. Returned, whatever. Schmoke secret formula sounds intriguing. I've said it before on here. It's not that much of a secret. What I did, for instance, with the scan tool that I bought, I was literally on a mission to build watch hours. And so I went to Harbor Freight and I clicked on new items. And the first thing that came up was they had a new OBD scan tool series. So I bought the one that I could afford, and it did not have any reviews on their website either. So I unboxed it, did a review on it, then posted my video, went to Harbor Freight, posted a review on Harbor Freight's website, and linked my video in that review, which they allow you to do. They review it, so it takes a couple days to show up. Once that shows up, everybody that goes onto Harbor Freight's website and looks at that scanner, the first review on there is a video from Schmoke's shop. That gets everybody that looks at that product on Harbor Freight's to your channel. Shh, secret. Oh, I want to see what the retracted message was. Hope you were paying attention. Now I gotta delete this video. Just kidding. And you could do that with other manufacturers or whatever websites too. I've seen that. Yeah, it's a I don't know how out there that is, that idea, that concept, but yeah, it has worked very well for me on 2 different occasions. The first time was an accident, and which made me discover it. The second time, well, it wasn't an accident. I did it on purpose. I didn't realize how well it was going to work. It blew my channel up before I ever intended to build a channel, which screwed up my algorithm for years. When I say screwed up my algorithm for years, my algorithm was looking at a video that I made. What's it doing? It's doing it again. What is that? That's so weird. Anyway, my algorithm was looking at a video that I made about a heater, and I didn't even have a YouTube channel. So it spent years thinking that I had a YouTube channel about a heater. So now when I started my YouTube channel and started being serious about it, all it kept wondering and trying to show me, kept showing my content to people that were interested in space heaters. Sheekrich. Up there for thinking and all that, Schmokes. Said I was just joshing you, but I mistyped. Is that the only one you showed the other day, Wally? Yes. Yes, it is. Which I should be able to hit that button there and switch to the other camera. Oh, I got the wrong screen up. Oh, that screen. No, not that one. That one. That one, yeah. So now, there's Wally. Or Owlie. We might call him Owlie. He's kind of cute. Though he's frustrating me a little bit in his lack of accuracy. Oh, not that one. That one. That one, yeah. Yeah. But for the price, what are we updating or downloading? I hate it when things update automatically. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, for the, $100, $89 plus tax. It's pretty cool, don't get me wrong. But this is the E-Meat Pixie, and there is is it an Osmo, I think is the other one that's out there at the similar price point. And one thing I noticed about it was it had hand gestures for zooming in and out. And, you know, just like anything else, there's pluses and minuses to each one. But a lot of the comparison videos are comparing this to that other one. And this one's coming out on top, don't get me wrong. But it's done twice now. It's just kind of wandered off and stared down at the ground for a second. And then one time it turned off tracking on its own. So, you know, overall I can work with it and not be frustrated by that. I think what it may be handier for is, like I said, we can do, I think it's 3 preset positions. So I could have it looking at me over here, looking at the workbench, and then looking at a wide angle of the whole shop or whatever. And I think I may end up just setting it up to do that. I don't know. I'm trying to set up the computer here to where it is powerful enough, whatever, to run at least 2 different cameras and be able to film directly onto the computer. Just because it's possible. We have the software and stuff. No one judge me when you see Booger reviewing Harbor Freight tarps tomorrow. That's funny. Well, that would have to be a long-term video, though, because you'd have to have the longevity. Like, I left this out, stretched at this tension in direct sunlight for this long. Oh, the music's over, I guess. But anyhow, I got lost. I don't know what happened. I think I ran out of calories. I think I need to eat. Time is it? 2 o'clock? Reviewing free items. Brilliant. Hey, you know, I would have bought a more expensive scan tool, but the thing is that's the one item that I've seen on Harbor Freight that has a frickin' restocking fee of like 20%. So I was like, all right, well, I'll get the one that I can actually afford and hold on to it. I haven't used it. It's literally sitting in the same place it was when I did the reviews. I haven't used it since. But it's something that's good, and I'll throw it in the toolbox. I should do it now. But excuse me. I'm not above ordering things and returning them. I haven't done it yet, but like I thought about ordering this and that other camera. But I only have a limited budget to work with. So if I start spending $200, that can really screw up my entire program, because all of a sudden I need that money that I spent and I don't have it anymore. So I have screwed myself with that in the past. So I'm trying not to do that. But, you know, as the channel grows and things evolve, monetization increases, and I actually have an income coming from this, then we'll be able to play with those ideas more. I mean, it's, again, you got to have money to make money. It's a matter of making those investments as you can. I would rather invest in parts for these projects and knock some of these bikes out and maybe get, like the scooters. If I could get these 2 scooters both running and riding without any problem, you know, electric start, then I would sell them. I just don't want to sell them in the condition that they're in right now, because there's too much meat left on the bone. I could spend a little bit of money on both of these, get them both running and riding again, and get a lot more money out of them than neither of them running. That makes a lot of sense. Project budgeting is tough when you have 1,000 projects. Exactly. And that's, you know, I would like to get those scooters so I can sell them, but then that's money that I've got tied into. Like, I got a bunch of time into these scooters and haven't done anything with them. But the last time I wanted to ride one because they're fun, it wouldn't start. Same thing with this. The DS7, it's probably going to be sold also. As fun as it is, it has more value to me in budget for other projects. I say that if I get this thing on the road where I can ride it up and down the road, that could change the entire dynamic. But as I've said it several times before, um, the money to invest in this and restore it correctly is completely out of my budget. So if I do anything with this, like Lyons was saying earlier, I turn it into a street tracker, but I wouldn't do anything that would permanently affect it or prevent it from being restored correctly. But even to do that is going to cost me hundreds and hundreds of dollars because I need tires, chain, at the very least. The reality is I need a rim. The more that I look at it, there's no question that I need a rim. Let's just show that real quick. Sorry, there's no music. I'm not even going to try and turn on another song because I'm probably going to wrap up here before too long. Where is the flashlight? Here it is. So yeah, last time we talked about this particular subject matter, I was speaking of possibly, sanding and painting the rims. I don't know how well you can see that, if at all. I think you can. But my concern is between the corrosion on the spokes and the rims themselves that they may be too far gone to save. And if I can't save them, then just to get the rim and a new set of spokes, Lion said it the other day, I think it was just the rim was $200 for each end. For the front, $200 for the front one and $200 for the back one. Then I still have to get two sets of spokes. Then I have to re-spoke the rims. It's a lot of work just to get a rolling stock again. Yeah. I just don't have the money. I mean, again, to do that, it would kind of be a fun project. I wouldn't mind breaking these down and sanding them and painting them, but I think that they're going to be, what I'm going to find out is that they're pitted. Sorry. They're pitted too deeply. I was standing too long. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm apologizing for my back hurting, but I think they're pitted too deeply, and I think it would be unsafe. The reality is that they are tubed tires. So theoretically, I could take them apart, sand them down, paint them, maybe add some weld into any thin spots, get new spokes and a new wheel band or whatever, and reassemble them. But by the time I do all that, I may as well spend the extra money and get new rims. What's up, Star? Welcome in. Lurking and working. I reckon there's enough spokes to be fine. If one goes, there's plenty more. And that's kind of... Lions, you know exactly where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at, is if I start taking this thing apart, then it is absolutely a project, and I need to focus on it, because if I start losing parts and misplacing stuff, that's where you find all these projects that are basket cases, and I don't want to end it up in that situation. Where it is right now, theoretically, I could put gas in this thing and crank it right up and show somebody that it runs. I would like it to at least take it to the level where we put it into gear and it propels itself. I could realistically, as it sits right now, these tires hold air. I could lube the chain like I did on the Vulcan, and we could do that, which is sort of my plan for the next video on that bike, is air up the tires, lube up the chain, get it to where it's rolling freely, and then see if we can take it up and down just my little road here and run it through the gears. Confirm that the transmission is good. And at that point, maybe make a decision on what I'm going to do with it. Because I've got more into it than I should at this level, but as someone who appreciates specifically old Yamahas, when it came across Marketplace, I had the money and I bought it. um, I'm going to stand back up again and move around a little bit and get some some water. Yeah. Yeah, I was standing still too long there. So yeah, that's where my back's at right now. I'm not disabled, but it's still exceedingly irritated and inflamed, and it can be set back off with certain motions, like getting up and sitting down from those motions. Like when it's bad, the worst thing in the world is getting up and down, getting in and out of bed, and getting up and down and off the toilet. But whatever. Yeah, that would be my first thing to do. Get it rolling and find out from there what's going on. What size are the rims? Therein lies the problem. They are smaller than most other things. I will look it up right now because I don't remember. I need to drink more of that water. So the front that's on here, and I believe these are originals. Yeah, it's a 3x18. And then the back is like a 3.5 or something. Dunlop. Yeah, 3.5 by 18. So it's a 3x18 and a 3.5 by 18. I can get the tires cheap, relatively. But the rims are not. There's only like 4 bikes that have that setup, and they're all rare bikes. Because that's what I was originally looking at, was hoping to find. Whoa, thank you, Star. I appreciate that. What is it? It's a happy game controller. Yay! I got my old ones off the Suzuki powder coated, ready to go. So yeah, there's like 4 bikes from the research that I did that have rims this size, and they're all just as rare. So to find like used ones in good condition, they're expensive as hell. And then, you know, you start getting into the like an aluminum rim and a new set of spokes and all that. Because the hubs, I mean, just the brakes on these are gorgeous. It's a gorgeous machine. It's old school mechanical. But it's a rabbit hole that could get really deep. And again, I could end up well underwater with that project. Might be 70. It's strange. It's the width, I think, more than anything. I think a lot of the bikes are wider. I mean, like I said, I could get another complete different set of wheels and everything and put it on there, but then I don't have that beautiful front mechanical brake drum. Because that's one of my favorite things about that bike. I don't know if y'all hear that. Fire trucks driving by. Oh, that stopped right up the street. Probably an accident at the major intersection right there. That one up at Rob's has aluminum XL wheels. Yeah, that's expensive. Such a beautiful brake drum. Absolutely. If you put the money in, you defo get it back out. Gotta find out what's up with it mechanically, eh? Oh no. I mean, Lions, to get the money back out of this? No. I mean, I'm right at $1,000 probably into it right now. You know, fully restored, they get good money, but refreshed, like take it apart, paint the frame black again, polish up what I can. Again, it needs fork tubes, it needs fork sliders, Um, it needs shocks. It needs rims and tires. Let's be realistic. It needs spokes, rims, and tires. It needs fork down tubes. It needs the fork sliders. It needs a headlight basket. Um, it needs rear turn signals. It needs a factory seat. If we're restoring it to factory, it needs a factory seat pan and/or seat. It needs a center stand. It needs the entire rear assembly, the fender, the taillights, all that. Gotta go, Schmokes. Enjoy your day. Thanks for stopping in, Star. Good to see you. I appreciate it. I am in mine laced to the old hubs for $100 each end. Yeah, but how much were the rims? Like I said, it's a rabbit hole. I could get into it for well over $2,000 without batting an eye, and I don't think I'd be able to get 2,000, 2,500 maybe out of it. That's local market. That's not me really making it nice and putting it on an auction. And you know, you put it on an auction, you're risking losing your ass completely, unless you put it out there with a reserve. I don't know. Same thing with the bug. You know, I'm at a level here where I would like to be able to kind of get these things going and workable again, and then pass them on to that money guy that wants to restore them. I think that's kind of the level that I'm thinking of. Unless I wanted to keep it as a personal toy, at which point we would totally do the street tracker route, which is what it's basically what it's mocked up as, except a set of straighter bars on the front. Wow, I just noticed that fin right there is bent. Interesting. Actually, very interesting. But no, it runs. I mean, like I said, we could put fuel in it and more than likely kick it right off. Yeah, rabbit hole confirmed. How you doing, Cy, mate? But again, I've got like the scooters. The scooters I could get out of a lot cheaper, and I have a lot less into them. And I think the right person would grab them both. I wouldn't split them up. The scooters have to go together because they're actually sequential serial numbers. Like I said, I'm not going to even start to restore them or anything like that. I would like to get them both running and rideable. That's all I'm going to do with them, and then they're out of here. No question about them. They're fun, but I have no need for them. They're done. The kind of where my mindset is if I can get the China bike, the little enduro, dual sport, whatever, if I can get it reliable and trusty, that would be my toy runabout little on and off road bike. And then if I can get the paperwork with the Vulcan, which I need to call him back again, I am in touch with him. We are in communication, and he is in Florida right now. But if I can get the paperwork for the Vulcan, we're definitely throwing money at the Vulcan. We're putting fresh tires and a fresh chain and fresh turn signals on that Vulcan, because at that point, it's ready to ride. And, you know, again, the bug is an ongoing project that if somebody wants to make me an offer I can't refuse, I would sell it, but it's got to be the right offer. I'll be right back. I'm hearing doors opening and closing outside. Oh. It is. It's coming here. Guess what, guys? We got a new toy to play with. How's it going?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. You need to take a picture or no?
Oh, you're good.
Okay, thank you. I'll pose for you. Yay, we get to do an unboxing. Are you excited? Where are you? Where are you? You're up there. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do a video on it. But that's what we got. It's for the Enduro. It should hold my phone and it has a sports cam mount also. But the most important part is its vibration dampening. Whew, it's a little bit chilly out there. Yay, I forgot I'd ordered this. Awesome. Wiggle butt, wiggle butt. Excuse me. Kind tips. If you have any questions about the items you receive, please feel free to contact us, and our after sales team will give you the fastest reply within 24 hours. Well, that would be immediate. Anyway. All right. Well, guys, it is 2:20, which is 4:20 somewhere. We'll switch to the other cam real quick just for the entertainment purpose. Boink. Owie. Wally. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this wrapped up and go on with my day. Wow, why does it get so far behind? It's so weird. I don't understand why it wouldn't keep up. Much love. Take care, Schmokes and all. Peace out, peeps. Yeah, I'm going to continue my day and rest my back for a minute and then probably work on another video. I have one in the can, as they say. Hell, I don't even remember what it's about. You'll find out. Oh, it's this. It's this camera. Duh. So I got that, and then I want to do another video so I can hopefully, I'm trying to get a head one. But point being, wow, it's wiggling all over the place. What are you doing, Wiggly? Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here always. And hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. I have some packages I need to put together and get out. Do some office work. But overall, hopefully, like I said, we'll be here Wednesday with a video. And I guess I should say go Jaguars. I don't know if they're doing well or not. But we'll catch you next time. I'm sure I'll see many of you in the live streams that are out there. Thanks for watching. As always, adios, booger. Bye-bye.